Hello, my name is Blair and welcome to another Science is Cool. Today we will explore this Pop OS by System 76 and it's operating in the United States of America. And at the same time, they're the first one to have this contract with the HP company, which is right now releasing a all new Linux lineup, and it is called the Dev 1 model. So right now I'm here at our school in Sanambin in Khon Kaen, Thailand. I'm a teacher right here in Khon Kaen, as you all know, as you all see in my videos for the past 2 or 3 years already. I couldn't count anymore. I'm lost track right now. So anyway, this is our desktop right now, and of course it is running Pop OS, and of course this is the first time that we install that is working and completely for free, no payments. So we'll introduce you to the Pop OS. Let me get my keyboard down here so that you can see my keyboards as I type in right here. And the mouse, as you can see, the mouse is right here. And of course, I am recording the desktop monitor so that you could see everything, so that you have the camera plus the desktop. We will just mix it after we edit this video. So anyway, I'll introduce you to this Pop OS operating system, which is running in Linux. And of course, we have this desktop. So we already installed this one. We have already the the Firefox web browser, the Brave internet browser, and of course we have also the OnlyOffice desktop editor. We have the Photopea, which is the alternative for the Adobe Photoshop, but this is for free, no payments compared to Adobe. It is still the same. I already seen this application and it is very similar, nothing changed. We also have the VLC, of course, the VLC video media player, or the multimedia player, that is very famous way back then. I think it released way back, like, let me see, 2000, early 2000, probably something like that. So I also installed this screen recorder so that you can see all of the stuff right here. And of course, because this is a Linux and running into this Linux kernel, we could see the Pop Shop right here, also known as the App Store in Android, because Android is also using the Linux kernel as their base of their application or their operating system. So of course I also pin here the settings and the terminal. The terminal for Windows is actually the Windows command prompt. So this is the same. This is PowerShell, all the same. We also have the home right here. I don't know if you could pick it up, the video in the camera. There's the home directory or the folder, plus the trash can, which is also the recycle bin. And above here we have the time. I don't know if Windows 11 already changed the time date in the center upper portion of the desktop, but I remember way back then that the time date was actually located right here on the bottom, but I don't know if in the Windows 11, I haven't noticed that one, but the time and date right here on the upper center. And of course we also have the selection for the keyboard layout. We have the English and Thai, so that we have the keyboards of Thai right here, so you can enter this input device. And at the same time, we have the options of our settings: lock, power off button, or lag out button. We also have the on and off of the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi, and of course we also have the sound, the volume of the sound. If you insert the sound speakers or the sound system that you have, or the PA system, so you can control this volume just like on these Windows. So the same application, actually almost everything is the same except for the names. The names, of course, this is open source software, so basically this is everything is for free compared to the proprietor, which is the proprietorship of Windows, which is basically you're paying for the services, you're paying for the 1 whole year of using their operation software. Not only that, but also their application. But here in Linux, it's everything free, and I think it is only different names, but everything is completely the same. File name, sometimes the file name is still the same, just like in Windows, just like right here in Linux, but there is an open source files, file names, so which is a little bit different. It starts with letter O. Every time there is a dot O and then the 3 or 4 letters, so that is an open source file. So as you can see right here, we have the calculator on the home directory library. We have the calculator, the contacts, files, pop shop, settings, terminals, weather, and of course the calendar. And we already sorted this out. That is the folder. We have the internet folder. As you can see, all of these web browsers are here, plus the email client software. So you can access without using the web. You can use this access to gain access your email account. It's either from the Yahoo Mail or Gmail or the Google Mail or even Proton Mail. So it's the email client. So we also have the folder of the multimedia, which is right now we only have 2 multimedias right here, which is the screen recorder and the VLC multimedia player. So let's go to the second, or make it the 1, 2, 3, fourth. The fourth folder directory. We have the Office suite. We have the LibreOffice and the OnlyOffice desktop editors. So as you can see, all of these icons are here, from the calc to the draw to impress to the mathematics to writer, which is all different names, but of course calc is the Excel for the proprietor. And of course we have the publisher, which is the Impress. The Libre Draw is actually the Photoshop of LibreOffice. We also have the math. It is the formulas. Instead of only for Excel, they have 2 different files. You can manipulate this calculation and your mathematics. You can enter your formulas also right here. And the last one, we have the writer, the LibreOffice writer. This is the counterpart of the Microsoft Office, which is basically all the same. So we also have the last one right here, the OnlyOffice, one of the popular office suite of Linux, and it's basically a desktop editor. Let's try to click this one so that you will see what's inside. Or you can also click right here on the bottom, on the dock area. So as you can see right here, we already opened several types of files right here. As you can see, we have the docx, which is I think it is the XP version of the document of the Windows Microsoft operating system or Office suite. So it is compatible. So if you're using either only Office or LibreOffice or even different types of Office suites in Linux, you can always open different Windows files. So because this is this is the open source, so you can do whatever you want. Okay, you can open. So let's try this one. Let's make a PowerPoint. So for example, we already opened this PowerPoint, and of course we have the looks of the Windows Microsoft Office PowerPoint, but it is basically a presentation. Even the file is also used right here in our Office, only Office and LibreOffice. You can see the PowerPoint file is PPTX. It's also the same with the PowerPoint presentation. So even the themes right here. Let's try to have this example. For example, this is our main title. Let's just type sample title. And then the subtitle, of course, we have the slide subtitle. So you just click right click, this right click. And then just like in our Microsoft PowerPoint, just right click and then click the new slide to create another new slide. So either you can open this Excel and Calc or any type of Excel files to insert your files, your graphics, your pictures, even the websites and videos. You can insert this one just like in our Microsoft. So but this is absolutely for free, nothing to pay. So as you can see, it is all the same. Even clicking the play button, see, it's all the same. Even the function of our slides, look at this. So everything is all the same. So let's escape that one. Just click escape and then you're back to your editor. So for example, if you want to enter or change the name of this PowerPoint title or the file name. So let's try to click the file and then save as. And then as you can see, it will be like that. And then let's try to enter the file name. Let's try to click the test file name and let's open this one. Let's use the presentation file, which is the PPTX, and then just click and then it will save as like that. So see, as you can see on the top layer of this doc, you can see the file name. The file name is test.pptx. So let's try to close this one. Either you can close this tab or you can close this main application on the X, just like in Windows. See, it closes. So right now, let's try to go back to our office directory. So as you can see, this is all the same. So let's go to the photo editing directory. We have the Photo P, the alternative of the Photoshop. By the way, fun fact, did you know that the Photoshop was originally made by Linux and bought by Adobe? That was late 1990s. So that is a fun fact. That's why right here in Linux we still have this Photoshop editing machines, or the Photoshop editing application or software. You also have the GNU or GNU, GNU Image Manipulator Program, or the GIMP, G-I-M-P, GIMP. Of course, we'll try to open this file. Let's try to open this Photo P first, okay? So as you can see, it is still loading. Do we have internet? Oh yeah. It is a little bit like online photo editor, so don't worry, because this is file is a little bit heavy, just like Photoshop of Adobe. So it is a little bit heavy, but of course this is free, so we have commercials on the other side, but don't worry about that one. You can always just never mind that area. Let's just focus on this area. You can also pay if you want to, but this is open source, so they have the options if they put some commercial on the Windows or in their application, but of course just for their commerce. Okay, so let's go to our project. So let's create a project right here. Let's click new. So we have different templates right here. So we have the beautiful layouts prepared by Photopea Photo Editor online application. So you can choose whatever you want. This is absolutely for free, no thing to pay, okay? So let's try this one. Let's use this one so that you will have an idea, okay? So let's click this one as our template. Now we have already loaded our template. As you can see, we have the title and the subtitle. So just like in our Photoshop, we could always delete, change, or re-edit this one. So just double click this one. It is highlighted already, right? So it's highlight. So let's try to change this one. Let's re-edit, test, slide, poster. So you can see it changes just like in Photoshop, the Photopea Photo Editor. So as you can see, it is already open and change. So let's try to change the background. So just like in our Photoshop, we could change the background. So let's try to change the background by going to the filters. So we have the filters right here. Bye. See you tomorrow. So as you can see right here, we already opened this one. We could change the filter right here. So we have different types of filter. Let's try to have this lens blur. Okay, let's lens blur this one. The depth. Okay, let's try to depth a little bit. Let's rasper a little bit, like that one. So I like this one. A little bit of noise, and then just click, and then there you have it. It's already a little bit blur. Okay, let's try to remove the blur, okay, the filter. See, when we remove the filter, it is clear, but if we turn on the filter again, you see the blurred at the background. It is beautiful, right? So that is the photo editor of Photopea, the alternative for our Adobe Photoshop. So let's try to close this one. If you want to save, you can also use the PSD, the Photoshop file name, the PSD. So also you can not, if you want to not save this one, just save as JPEG or PNG. You can always click the export as, and then as you can see, there is an arrow going to the right side, and then when you click, you have this PNG file, the JPEG file, the SVG, the GIF, and the PDF file, and you can click even more right here. So we have different types of files right here. So when you click, if you want just JPEG, just click JPEG. And then there's a template right here, but of course this is not Windows, so it lets you know that you're trying to save this file. You click save again, then when you save, then you have your different types of file on the directory of the downloads. So you have to change the title. So this is not a template.jpg file. Let's try to input the file, which is test poster, and then test poster.jpg, and then just click save, and then there you have it. It's already done. It always save. And if you want to save this file as the PSD file, you just click right here, save as PSD file, and then you have here. So you have the options to save it on the directory document folder. Just double click the document folder, and then go back right here on the name, and then change. Let's type in test poster.psd, and then save it. And then there you have it. It is saving. After the notification it is being saved, then it's already saved. You can always exit this one. So just click X. Oh yeah. Oh. So as you can click, you just click exit. Don't forget spacebar. Sometimes it is not registering on your mouse because either it is broken, just like my mouse right here. So I'm using the spacebar. So don't worry about it. If you have some problems with your mouse, just point into the direction where you want to click, and then instead of right clicking your mouse, just click your spacebar. But of course, you have to direct where is that, okay? So as you can see, let's go to our system. Let's see our system folder directories right here. We have the dist usage analyzer, the dist, the GNOME dist, language support, even the NVIDIA X server system settings. We also have the password and keys, which is if you want to have a shortcut. So just click that one. You will also have the power statistics and the startup application, plus the system monitor. Let's try to check the system monitor. Don't be scared, okay? Just click it. Is it functioning? Yeah, it's open. As you can see, there is a process right here, the resources. I have only 4 CPUs, or 4 quad, or make it quadro-core. And the system, just like in our Windows, we have the I forgot the name of this file. I think it is the let me think first. I'm trying to think because I haven't been using Windows for a couple of months already, and of course I'm a little bit confused right now. So I think this is the proprietor, I don't know, properties. Yeah, I think it's properties, the system properties. Okay, so just like right here in our Linux, we have also these properties to see what process application are being used. And as you can see, GNOME system monitor is running about 3.5 to 3.15% of the CPU. So the rest are 0, 0. Oh, here we also have the simple screen recorder right now, which is running right now because I'm trying to record this one. So as you can see right here, you can drag this one if you want to have a larger area. To maximize, just click maximize. Minimize, just click again. As you can see, we're only running for 40 to 60% of the CPU. So that's Linux. That's very low requirements for a computer, and this is actually running in a very old computer, which is around like 12 years old. This is Pentium quadro-core. This is very old. That's why we reinstall it with the Linux operating system, because it runs before with, I think, Windows 7, because it's always updating their operating system. And of course, right now, when we open this one, the operating system already not functioning properly, and it is very slow, and you cannot even enter some files or to change some windows, or even open the operating system in the last few days. So I tried it, but it won't let me. So as you can see right here in our system, it is running very minimal compared to Windows. When we use Windows right here, it reaches like 100%, and you cannot even move the cursor, and then eventually it leads to the shutdown of the operating system. So sad, because this is a very old computer, and then it's just updated, and then suddenly no more. So okay, let's try to exit this one. So let's go back to the system, or yeah, system first, system. So let's try to open the system, and let's try to check out this one, this usage analyzer. Let's click this one. We'll try to see how much capacity of this Linux operating system is running in our computer right now. So as you can see, it is 1 terabyte of computer hardware, hard disk. It's still HDD, or the hard disk drive, the HDD. So as you can see, it's barely occupying the 1 terabyte hard disk, and that's how Linux is very light. So it is still the same with the Windows OS, but it is very light to navigate this one. So your old computer can be revived 20 years, maybe 20 years, even 10 years, or this is 12 years old. So as you can see, I'm operating this right now in year 2022 on June 29th. And it's quarter before 5 o'clock. It's already off. That's why all of my colleagues in this office right now are trying to prepare to go, just like just a while ago, I just waved goodbye to them. So this is my free time. So I have the time to let you see the operating system software that we have. So as you can see, it's barely occupying the 1 terabyte. Just like my laptop, I have the 5 gigabytes or 500 gigabytes of hard disk drive, or the SSD, the solid state drive, and it's barely occupying my hard disk. So that is very positive for a operating system. That's why our servers around the world for the website, that's including Microsoft, Adobe, or even Facebook, Twitter, you name it, even Instagram. All of our internet website, our web servers are all operated by Linux. So that's how safe and secure our Linux operating system. Not the bad thing, or not the I think this is the bad notion, because they told that it is risky, it is dangerous. No, it's not. This is Pop OS. Okay, let me show you. Let's check the NeoFetch. Oh, I already installed the NeoFetch right here. So I'll type NeoFetch in the terminal and then click, so that you just try to see the application in its native form through the terminal. You can do this also in Windows. So don't say that this is just for Linux. The NeoFetch is actually all operating system, including Windows, Mac, and Linux. This is a terminal or a command prompt to check your computer. So that is our computer right here. It is what is this? It is a Acer Computer Aspire TC-730 model, and it's running in the kernel, the Linux kernel, which is 5.17.15. It is generic type of Linux kernel. It is running in Pop OS Linux LTS, which means it is long-term support operating software. This is good for 5 years without any update. But of course, we are hooked into our internet. That's why we could always update this every time. And it is running all of our X86 computers. So basically, it is running for 8 hours. It haven't shut down or haven't had any issues. If you are using Microsoft, you're always having some shutdown, some notification that you have an error. Please reload again, or please restart again. But here in Linux Pop OS, it's just operating normally. I mean, very, very low. Let's go back to the system. right here. It is very, very low, like 60, 40 something ish. Or maybe make it 30 or 20. So this is very lightweight operating system. This is very lightweight. So that is why even this Pentium, the processor, the CPU Intel Pentium quadro-core with 2.6 gigabytes of gigabytes or gigahertz. Yeah, gigahertz. I forgot. It is the CPU is Intel Pentium quadro-core with 2.6 gigahertz of CPU power, and the GPU or the graphics is a Celeron / Pentium class Intel video card, and we have the memory. We have the memory, the RAM, the ROM. The random access memory is only like how many? Okay, it's only running for around 4 gigabytes of memory. Oh no, it's running only 1.8 gigabytes, and it is allocated with 4 gigabytes of ROM, the random access memory. So the resolution is also a little bit less, like 1600 by 900, and the bash shell is 5.1.16 version, and this is the GNOME desktop environment, the GNOME desktop environment. So, and of course the theme is popped. Okay, so let's try to close this one. Oh yeah, let's try to fetch the screen fetch. So let's click the screen fetch. Did I install screen fetch? Yes, I did. Okay, I did load the screen fetch. So it is SNB EP, which is the Sanambin School English program. It is running in our Pop OS Linux, and the operating system is Pop 22.04 Jammy. It is under the Ubuntu Linux 22.4, which is from the kernel of Linux kernel to the Debian OS, and then they created and make it beautiful and compatible with all of this stuff by the Chronicle, which is running the Ubuntu 22.20 Ubuntu operating system, which is right now with the 22.04 version. And Pop OS also created and beautified this Ubuntu 22.04, which is the version only, Ubuntu OS, into a beautiful Pop OS. At the same time, it is under the Ubuntu Jammy 22.04 version. So as you can see, our kernel right here in our desktop, it is x86-64 Linux with the generic kernel of Linux. It's 5.17.15, and it is uptime for 9 hours and 4 minutes. It is almost the whole day right here. It is basically, it is working properly with less less operating in our CPU, which is only like 30 to 60%. If this is Windows, oh my gosh, I think this is already like logging, having some problems already. That's why all of our internet servers, our web servers, our websites is running all in Linux. Even Microsoft is using Linux for their servers. We have Facebook, we have Google. That's why Google has Chrome OS. Chrome OS is actually using the Linux kernel. And of course, even smartwatch are using Linux kernel. Even our smart TV is using Linux kernel. Even our computer box of our vehicles are using Linux kernel. So everything around or everywhere or everything around the world is using Linux for their secure and safe operating system. And for desktop, we have, of course, different types of desktop too. But of course, it is not popular. It is just not popular, but it is safe and secure. The notion of dangerous is just made up stories. So let's go back to our computer right here. The disk is just occupied only 18 gig. I already installed all of this application already that is being used. Even the document scanner. We don't need to download a document scanner, separate document scanner, because it is already native. It is already open. It is running through our computers. So you just, oh, this is mine. Okay. Are you finished? This is P6 or grade 6. So this is the scanner printer. I just scan it and then it is already okay. No problem. Okay. So as you can see, it's only occupying 3% of our 1 terabyte of hard disk. And then the Pentium, our Pentium CPU right here, quadro-core. It's using 4 cores of 2.6 gigahertz, and the temperature is just very minimum. It's just only 52 degrees compared to the heavy graphics of Windows. You reach higher, but here in Linux is very minimum. Even the GPU or the graphics, we have the graphics, which is basically Intel Celeron Pentium class Atom series graphics. So even our RAM, our random access memory, we have the maximum of 4 gigs or 3.77 or 3.774 gigabytes of memory. But of course, it uses just only like 2 gig for an old computer. If this is Windows, you have already. That's why it didn't work anymore, because of the requirement. You need to have above 4 gigabytes of memory plus a large disk, and that's why it killed the operating system of Windows 11, I think, because it's already updated. So I think this is Windows 11 when he died. But because I changed it already, we changed it already into Linux, and then it's perfectly fine. It's working well. Way back then, this is already dead computer, but this right now it's basically running fine. Okay, so let's stop bluffing in here, and then so Let's go back to our desktop right here. Let's go to the utilities. So the utilities has all of this. You can see you have your, oh, why is it? It's here. Okay. It's supposed to be in the multimedia. Okay, let's move this one. So as you can see, just right click and then drag. And then it's already transfer. How about this one? So utilities, let's move the all show. Okay, the show. Okay, even the show. Workspace. Okay, let's move this one. Okay. So as you can see, all of your stuff needed to manipulate this Windows, this Linux program, the OS, and the extensions right here. It is all right here. Even the text editor. The text editor, let me see, what's the counterpart for Windows? I think it is the Notepad editor, writer, something like that. This is the operating software program of Linux Pop OS edition or distro. So let's go to Pop Shop. I'll introduce you to Pop Shop. So this is an internet-based app store which is getting all information right here. As you can see, it is rolling, which means it is getting information from the internet, from the website, from the repository of the Linux Pop OS by System76. So it is waiting for the response, and after that it will show all of those application. When it shows the application, which means it's just only what the editor are featuring. But if you want to search for your application, you have to click right here, just like our Google App Store. Now you can see this is the Pop Picked. So we have the even the recently updated application. So as you can see right here, we have the Spotify. We also have the Stream Deck right here for gamings, for simple recording with easy to interface. You also have this. You have all the options. It depends what you want. You also have the Visual Code editor. And of course, we have the Telegram and the Slack. Let's scroll down right here. So we have all of this recent updates from the distributors. We have the Discord. We also have the shortcuts. They already updated their video editor. Of course, let's try to check this one out. Let's try to click graphics. Let's wait for the reply, and we already click it. Oh, there it is. So for the graphics, you have all this stuff. The Blender for the free open source 3D creator for your image, for your 3D modeling animation. Okay, let's try to, even Adobe right here. Okay, let's try to check education. Let's try to check education. Let's wait for the reply from the internet. Oh, as you can see right here, we have different types of files right here. So beautiful, right? So in this file, you have different types of educational applications. For example, if I'm trying to look for some planetary thing, we have the, you have the programming system or the hacking tool for kids, the Scratch, the development for the content of making a program. This is for the kids. This is actually a hacking program, teaching students how to hack their program and how to manipulate their program. This is Scratch. So it is a native of Linux, and of course, because this is an open source program, it is also open for Windows. That's why even Windows are using Scratch program for their education. So let's go to, let me see if we have one of my personal favorite. There it is, the Stellarium. Let's click Stellarium. I want to let you see Stellarium. Stellarium is actually basically a star mapping application that you can install. You can install almost everything. You can locate these stars during your time, during your current time. But of course, I didn't install right here. But in the previous video, I already let you saw what is Stellarium. So it is also basically latest, last update, April 16, 2022. All right, cool. So you can also check different types of like Flatpaks or the Ubuntu Deb, or the Deb is Debian file. So I think we already covered all of this computer. So next time, how to screenshot. Okay, how to screenshot. Let's click screenshot. Either whole screen, Windows, or select. So you can always, and then just take a screenshot. Or you can click right here in screenshot. Do we have screenshot right here? Oh, there it is. So screenshot. Oh, there it is. So the function key is different. So function plus screenshot, because the function, it is different compared to my laptop. So it is function key and then screenshot. Because some of the laptops or some of the keyboards, you just have to click the screenshot key. But here, you have to click the function key and then screenshot. So you have the options, select the whole screen and the Windows screen. So that's it for now for our Science is Cool, taking a look into our Pop OS Linux operating system right here in Sanambin School in our English program department. So I'm happy for this 12 years old computer to function again, revive again with Linux OS from the tragic end of our Windows OS into reviving into Linux. So that's it for now for our Science is Cool. My name is Blair, your science teacher in Science is Cool, right here in Thailand, Sanambin School in Khon Kaen. And of course, your science teacher also in the internet. So see you in the next video, see you in the next episode as we ponder and continue the search for knowledge. We will take a look into general science, health, just like this one. This is Science, Health, Nutrition. computers, and a lot more. This is Blair saying bye for now and see you again next episode. And remember that science means knowing because science is cool. Ciao! And save recording.